Hello and welcome to the second 6 weeks Algebra 1 PLC Curriculum Preview.
I am Haley Veron, the Elementary Math Coordinator.
And I am Megan Dixon, the Secondary Math Coordinator. We look forward to working with teachers and instructional leaders throughout the school year. Please feel free to communicate with us any questions or for additional support. In this video, we will identify hotspot Algebra 1 TEKs and provide real-time instructional strategies that will include kinesthetic vocabulary, tips, and the fundamental 5 strategies. At the end of this video, teachers will complete the PLC for Math PLC for the Algebra TEK A.1D. The we will, I will statements shown are examples of how to frame a lesson as listed in the Fundamental 5.
Before we begin exploring content for the second 6 weeks, let's take a moment to reflect back on the first 6 weeks. Please pause the video and discuss the following questions. Based on your data from previous units, where are opportunities to reteach? How will you spiral in and assess the reteaching opportunities? What is a teaching strategy or intervention you implemented in your classroom during the first 6 weeks that worked well for you? What is something you might adjust to work better for your students in your classroom?
Units taught during the second 6 weeks are Unit 2, Algebraic Expressions and Equations, and Unit 3, Linear Equations, Inequalities, and Applications. Please pause the video to review the Unit 2 Local Assessment Blueprint. Take time to note the instructional days and assessment posting and administration dates. Now take a moment to review the Unit 3 Local Assessment Blueprint. For today's PLC purpose, materials teachers will need are the Unit 2 IFD and the PLC for Math PLC document. As part of the PLC process, we will use a heat map and identify the what, which is our hotspot. For the second 6 weeks, the curriculum preview will target A.1D. Based on the heat map displayed, please pause and discuss what does the data tell us about A.1D. Based on your knowledge from previous or current observations, what are your predictions of student mastery for the TEKs referenced during the 2014-2015 school year? As you can tell, A.1D is an area of concern due to the large decrease from 2013 to 2014. Now let's focus specifically on the hotspot. As you can see, this is a readiness standard. This standard is part of the reporting category 1, Functional Relationships, which makes up 15% of the STAR Blueprint assessment. When reviewing this standard, make sure to identify the cognitive level. These are the verbs that define what the students will be able to do. The content level, which is the overall concept that students will learn, and in what context it will be taught. Please take a moment to pause the video to look on pages 5 and 6 of the Unit 2 IFD and review the standard and unit level specificity. The second part of the PLC process is the so what, which addresses the implications and also gives teachers the chance to reflect upon teaching practices. At this time, we will pause for small group purposeful talk to discuss seed questions, both of which are attributes of the Fundamental 5. Seed questions are essential to guiding and focusing conversations to the desired learning outcomes. During this time, focus specifically on the previously identified TEK. The questions for discussion are: what concepts did students learn in the previous grade to prepare them? Look at how the student will use that concept in subsequent grades. Will the way you teach it help prepare students for future learning? What underdeveloped concepts play a role in students' success of the targeted skill? What common misconceptions deter students from being successful? From the listed vocabulary, which terminology will play a key role to ensure mastery? And how have you taught this content in the past, or how will you teach it differently this year? Please keep in mind that small group purposeful talk about the learning typically lasts between 30 seconds and 3 minutes per question. Please pause the video at this time to allow for discussion. The Now What piece of the PLC curriculum preview starts with using the PLC for Math PLC page as a tool for creating lessons. Classroom instruction will move to a higher level of understanding as well as offer opportunities for students to transfer information. Take time now to discuss what stimulus could be used to address A.1d. Remember, the stimulus will be what gets the students engaged in the learning. Let's review the verbs in the student expectation. Which thinking activities will match the rigor for this level of blooms? Now discuss 2 to 5 thinking opportunities for students to demonstrate how they will process the information. This will occur every 8 to 10 minutes during the whole group instruction. Please pause to complete this task. Look at the evidence of learning column. Discuss and select an appropriate product that can be used to show evidence of student learning, which matches the rigor of our TEAC. Questions to think about when selecting the evidence of learning. How will students demonstrate their thinking? How will we know when students have mastered the concept? Once you have selected an end product or evidence of learning, you will use high-yield instructional strategies to support student learning. From the Instructional Strategies column, we will select kinesthetic vocabulary and tips, which will highlight the use of engaging vocabulary strategies. This is not an exhaustive list of all instructional strategies. Please feel free to choose other high-yield instructional strategies. The next slides will provide videos demonstrating kinesthetic learning and tips. Here is an example of kinesthetic learning or vocabulary in action in a Crowley High School classroom.
Hi, I'm Monica Moore, and I teach pre-cal and calculus at Crowley High School. And in those classes, I like to use a lot of kinesthetic learning, and most recently we did it with our parent functions.
So, answer me this. Where is your left hand? Going up or going down? Down. Where is your right hand? Up. Okay, now show me negative x. Okay, where is your left hand? Where is your right hand? Down. Okay.
First, I have all the students stand up, and together we model the parent functions with our arms.
Y equals x to the second power, aka x squared.
Then I ask probing questions that make them think critically about the graphs that they're showing me with their arms.
To the third. It's got a little curve to it. It's not quite a straight line. Show me what x to the, my favorite number 13 would look like. What would it probably do? Probably get narrower. Okay, let's talk about left hand. Where's your left hand? Down. Where's your right hand? Okay, that's also called end behaviors. Now show me negative x to the 13. Okay, where's your right hand? Your other right. Your other right. That's adorable, though. I tricked you. Where's your right hand? Down. Where's your left hand? Okay. Are they in the same location or opposite locations? Okay.
Based on the fact that it takes the average student 6 times to learn a new word, teachers can create a chart with 3 columns: term, information, and picture to help students learn new words. This is better than just a vocab chart because there's a 35% increase in retention of words if there is a picture. Again, this can be an evolving chart that's stuck on the wall and acts as a reference for students as you move through content.
Another integral part of the Now What is intervention. Take time now to discuss the following questions and what they may look like on your campus. How will we provide students with additional time and support in a timely, directive, and systematic way when students experience difficulty? How can we enrich the learning of students who are already proficient? We appreciate you participating in the PLC Curriculum Preview. When you plan on implementing kinesthetic vocabulary or tips, please feel free to invite us in, as we would love to see classroom implementation. If you have any suggestions for future curriculum previews, please submit ideas to megan.dixon@crowley.k12.tx.us. Also, I would like to hear from you if you have an instructional strategy that you would like to showcase in upcoming videos. Finally, please be sure to submit a copy of the PLC for Math PLC document to the appropriate campus designee. Thank you, and we appreciate your time.